Hi, I'm Mrs. Franz, your astronomy teacher. I just wanted to walk you through some basics of what to expect on the Canvas page when you log in, and also what to expect from my class. Now, when you log into Astronomy on Canvas, the first thing that you're going to see is my Bitmoji classroom. All of the underlined text on this page are links that you can click to get to additional information either about my class or about using Canvas. Also on the home page, on the right side of your screen, or depending on what device you're on, sometimes it might be at the very bottom of your home page, is what's called a to-do list. I point out the to-do list right now because I want you to completely ignore it. Don't do anything off of the to-do list. Because what happens is sometimes I'll be building an assignment and it shows up on your to-do list, and if you do it and then I change my mind about something, then everything gets kind of screwy. So ignore the to-do list for astronomy, pretend like it's not even there. It's just extra text on the side of your homepage. Now on my Bitmoji classroom, the first thing that I want to show you is this course Q&A. If you click on course Q&A, it opens up in a new page a discussion board. And this is if you have any questions that are not needing to be immediately answered, if you need some directions, or just anything that's general about the class, even if it's questions that you think maybe other students might have as well, this is a great place to put them. You're welcome to reply to other students' questions and comments as long as you keep it school appropriate. The next thing I want to point out on this homepage is this astronomy overview. And that's what I'm going to spend a little time on today. The astronomy overview takes you to a page where I give you just a general idea of what we're going to be talking about this semester in astronomy, a few of the topics, and then the class expectations is what I really want to talk about. So whether you are physically in my classroom or virtually in my classroom, my expectations are the same. The first thing is that you're going to follow all of my directions. If I ask you to do something, it's for a reason, and even if you don't understand that reason, I still expect it to be done. If I ask you not to do something, please don't. If I ask you to do something, please do. Make sure that when you come to class, you are ready, both physically and mentally, whether that's when you log in or when you walk into my classroom. Make sure that you're completing all the assignments. I don't give you a ton of work, and so what I do give you is really important for you to complete. And the last thing here, join my Remind. I do want all students to join my Remind. Parents are welcome to do so as well. If you have not already, text at AstroFrans to 81010, or you can click on this link that will take you to a website where you can join right there. I do ask also that you join using your real name, or at least the name you go by in my class. That way I know who it is I'm talking to. The next thing is our journal. We are going to keep a physical journal in this class. Whether that's a composition notebook or a spiral notebook, doesn't matter to me. I do need you to have it by tomorrow because tomorrow's activity is going to be setting up your journal. I need you to have it in front of you every single day. We're going to use it virtually every single day. And I'm going to ask that you set up the pages exactly as I instruct. The reason for that is because I need everybody's pages to be the same. So if I ask you to turn to page 7, it should be the same page 7 as mine, the same page 7 as the person next to you, the same page 7 as the person looking at theirs at home. Homework is pretty rare in astronomy. Most of the assignments that I give you can be completed in a single class period, 45 minutes, if you're actively working on it. If you're not working on it, I'm going to expect you to finish it for homework. And again, if you don't do the work, you're not going to get credit. This has historically been a senior level class, so I have senior level expectations. That means that you should be able to kind of control yourself and keep yourself on track. The next thing under homework and grading is to make sure that you're checking your Skyward regularly. Check your grades on Canvas, check your grades on Skyward. If you have a problem with anything, if you think you turned something in or you don't agree with the grade, contact me and let me know as soon as possible. Do not wait until the last second. Certainly do not wait until the last day or the second to last day before the end of the 6 weeks. And the last thing is supplies that I need you to have. It does look like a long list of supplies, but I want all of my students this year to have the same experience as my students in previous years. And that means that we're physically working with things with our hands. We're manipulating paper, we're cutting, we're gluing, we're color coding. All of that kind of stuff is going to happen in your journal. And that means that you need to have some basic school supplies. So the first thing, a notebook for astronomy only, something that you're only using for my class. It can be a spiral notebook. This is mine from last year. It can be a composition notebook. This is mine for this year. All of my examples are going to be done in a composition notebook, so do with that what you will. You need to have a plain writing utensil, so a plain pencil, a black pen, a blue pen, something that's neutral colored. You also need to have colored writing utensils, whether that's colored pencils, gel pens, felt tip pens, fine tip markers, something that you can write with in color. We are going to do a lot of color coding. I do ask that you have at least one highlighter. I don't care the color or the size as long as it's a highlighter. Some sort of adhesive for attaching pages into your notebook, because I am going to have you attaching things in there. I use plain old white school glue in my classroom. You're welcome to use a glue stick if it says all purpose. You can use tape if you prefer. That would be my personal last choice, but if that's what you want, you're welcome to provide that for yourself. You should have some scissors, a ruler. It can be a small 6-inch ruler or a regular 12-inch ruler, some plain loose leaf notebook paper, something that's not torn out of a notebook, something that's already completely separate, and then any sort of plain unlined paper. Printer paper, construction paper, manila paper, something with no lines that you can cut and draw on and manipulate. Now if you go back to the home page, if you scroll down on the home page underneath my Bitmoji classroom, you'll see buttons like this: week 1, week 2, week 3. The current week will be the one that's at the very top of the list. So when you click on the current week, you're going to come to a week overview. It'll tell you what unit we're on. It'll list all the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It'll have the date, and it'll have just a little bit about what we're doing in class that day. Today is Monday, August 24th. You're currently in the middle of the intro to Mrs. Franz's astronomy class. And when I click on this, I get to a page that says Learning Objective and Mini Lesson. So this is going to give you a list of all of the activities that we're doing today. Watch Astronomy on Canvas video. You're doing that now. Answer questions about the video. After you finish the video, there's going to be a flip grid, which I'll show you just in a second, and then answer a couple of reflection questions. As you can see, when you get to this page, it's going to tell you that you already did your mini lesson, so you can move on. Your next assignment is partially to introduce yourself to me, but partially also to get your attendance for the day. I want you to say your first and last name so I know how to say it. Tell me what you want to be called, and tell me a couple of things about yourself. And then the final activity for today, Monday, is just a little reflection. So why are you taking astronomy? And what do you hope to learn in astronomy this year? Keep it school appropriate. You're welcome to reply to your classmates after you've made your own. But I do want you to write it in complete sentences, because that's one of the skills that we're going to be practicing this year. We go back to the home page. And that's it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me and I will help you as much as I can. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to a great year.